Hey y'all, welcome to Friday's Kitchen. Welcome back if you have been here before. In today's video, we are making a pineapple coconut mile high pound cake. If you guys are interested in seeing how I made it, stay tuned. Also, while you're here, I ask that you please take a moment, look down below, consider pressing that subscribe button, join our family, and come back for some more recipes. So we're gonna get started on the coconut sauce. In here I have 1.5 cups of sweetened coconut flakes, 3/4 cups of water, 1/4 cup of granulated sugar, and a big tablespoon of cornstarch. I have blended everything together and we're gonna cook this on the stove until our mixture becomes thick. I'll show a little bit of that, not too much, because I have made these sauces before. And I will also be doing a pineapple sauce for this cake as well. The reason I'm doing a coconut sauce is because I know some people are funny about the texture of coconut, so I wanted to find a way to incorporate it into the cake without having the big flakes of coconut, but something smaller and a little smoother. So we'll see how this turns out. This is my first time trying it, so we are going to see what we end up with. So I'm going to go ahead and get this on the stove, and then I'll be back to show you guys the ingredients for the cake. Also, I didn't mention, once the coconut sauce is done, I will be adding some of this cream of coconut. If you guys have never tried this, it is absolutely delicious. It's a really good coconut flavor. So we'll be adding some of this to the coconut sauce, but we'll also be brushing some of this on the cake once it's finished. So this is the coconut sauce. It is nice and thick. I'm going to remove this from the heat, and then once it cools a bit, I'll go in and add some of the cream of coconut. So I will see you guys in just a few. All right, y'all, so this is the coconut sauce, if you will. Still a little thick, that we made earlier. This is what it looks like after removing it from the pan. To this, I'm gonna add a splash of vanilla extract, and then we're gonna go in with about half of this can of cream of coconut. So this is what it looks like. It is in solid form unless it's warm, and it is a little warm in here, which is why you can see it started to melt some. So we're gonna go in with about half this can, and then we're gonna stir until everything is well combined. It looks a little funky, but I promise y'all this stuff is absolutely delicious. All right, so this is what our finished product looks like. Here we have the ingredients for the cake. The full list of ingredients will be down below in the description box. Up first, we have 4 cups of all-purpose flour and a pinch of sea salt, 4 cups of granulated sugar, 10 eggs at room temperature, 4 sticks of unsalted butter at room temperature, an 8-ounce package of cream cheese at room temperature. Here we have 1 cup of crushed pineapple that has been drained. And then we have 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract, 1 tablespoon of cream bouquet. I get a lot of questions about what cream bouquet is. It is just a flavoring that is like professional strength, so it holds the flavor more as the cake bakes. So you can find it on Amazon. I found it at my local cake supply store. So we are going to start by preheating the oven to 300 degrees, and we'll be right back to get this cake batter started. Also in the bowl, we have the butter and cream cheese. I'm going to turn the mixer on until well combined, and then I'm going to go in with the granulated sugar. Once I add the sugar, I'm going to let the mixer run for about 5 to 10 minutes until the mixture becomes nice and fluffy and lightens in color. Just scrape down the sides and bottom of the bowl really quickly. Then I'm going to turn the mixer back on for another few minutes. All right, so now I'm going to go in with the eggs. I'm going to add the eggs one at a time. I like to wait for the yolk to break before going in with the next egg, and then we'll go in with the extracts. I'm scraping down the sides and bottom of the bowl again, and then we're going to gradually add the flour mixture. Once I have the flour well combined with the rest of the batter, then we're going to go in with our fresh pineapple. All right, so I'm going to turn the mixer back on for about another minute, and then we'll be back to get our cake batter into the cake pan. So this is the pan we're going to use to make the cake. I get a lot of questions about this pan. It is a Nordic Ware Angel Food cake pan that I purchased from Amazon. I'll include the link down below in the description box, and I'll be sure to have that link there for any cake that I make using this pan. So we're going to start by adding half of our cake batter to the pan. And I have the parchment paper coming up so high because this is a mile-high cake, larger than a typical pound cake, and in case it bakes over the rim of the pan a bit, I'm going to make sure we don't have any spillage. To that, I also want to say, I think this is the third mile-high pound cake I've made on my channel. The first was just a vanilla one. The last one was the lemon, and then we have this one. Any of these recipes can be made using a regular pound cake recipe. It doesn't have to be mile high because, as you know, there are more ingredients because this is a bigger cake. You could use my cream cheese pound cake, vanilla cream cheese pound cake recipe as a base for any of these mile high cakes, and that way you don't end up with something so large. I will include a link to that video down below as well. It was actually, oh no, it's actually the first video on my channel. So yeah, I'll include that down there so you guys can have that as well. All right, so here we have about half of the cake batter in the pan. We're now going to go in with some of this coconut sauce. Y'all, this tastes so good. Again, we are going to brush the outside of the cake with some of that cream of coconut once the cake is done. All right, I have a wooden skewer. I'm just gonna swirl this round a bit. All right, so now we're going to go in with the rest of the cake batter. All right, guys, so now we're gonna go in with a little more of the coconut sauce on top. We're gonna wish for the best because, again, I am just experimenting here. I have no idea what this outcome is gonna be. I've never done this with coconut before. We'll find out together though. All right, so we're gonna go in with another wooden skewer and swirl around again. All right, y'all, so again, our oven has been preheated to 300 degrees. This is gonna bake for about 2 hours. I'll keep an eye on it, but I'll let you guys know exactly how long it takes in my oven when I remove it. So I will see you guys then. Here's the cake after 2 hours, 5 minutes in the oven. We're gonna let this hang out in the pan for about 15 minutes and then we'll be back to turn it out onto a plate. All right, so now we're going to remove the cake from the pan. I want this side of the cake to be right side up, so I'm going to flip it over once onto a plate and then back over onto another plate. But I'm going to start by removing the parchment paper on the sides. Turn it back over onto another plate. It's heavy. Here we have our cake. We are going to just set this aside to cool. In the meantime, we're going to go ahead and get started on the pineapple sauce. Have the ingredients for the pineapple sauce. We have 1/2 cup of crushed pineapples. I didn't mention earlier, but they are in pineapple juice. So to this, I also added 1/2 cup of pineapple juice, 1/4 cup of granulated sugar, and then we have 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. I'm going to blend this until everything is well combined, and then we're going to cook it on the stove on a medium-low heat until our mixture thickens. So this is our finished pineapple sauce. I'm going to add a splash of vanilla extract, mix that in, and then it'll be all good to go. All right, y'all, so once our cake cools, we can come back and finish. All right, y'all, so here is our cake. I'm going to start by brushing some of the cream of coconut on the cake. All right, so next we're going to go in with some of the pineapple sauce. I'm just going to put this on top and then spread it around. All right, and then finally we're going to add some of the coconut sauce on top of that. All right, y'all, so our cake is done. Give me just a second. I'll bring you in for a closer shot, and then we're gonna cut the cake so you can see what the inside looks like. We have made it to the end of the video. Here we have the finished product, our pineapple coconut mile high pound cake. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. If you have any questions about anything I've done, leave them down below in the comment section. About this cake, I really enjoyed it. Pineapple coconut is one of my favorite combinations. Me personally, I'm not a huge fan of the texture of coconut. I feel like you're just chewing forever. So I was trying to find a way to make that process a little easier so that the cake could be more enjoyable for myself and for anyone else who may feel that way about coconut flakes. But the cake was really moist, of course, from all of the pineapple that's throughout the cake batter. And then the bite of coconut that you get in the middle of the cake. The sauce that I added to the middle and top before I baked it actually really comes through, as well as the cream of coconut that I brushed on the cake. And then of course, you know, you have more of the sauces on top. I will say that You don't get as much coconut as you would if you were to use like an extract. So if you do want a stronger coconut flavor, I would recommend maybe substituting the cream bouquet with maybe about a teaspoon and a half of coconut extract. But I really did enjoy this cake. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to hit that like button before you leave. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Also, while you're here, I ask that you please look down below. Consider pressing that subscribe button, join our family, and come back for some more recipes. As always, I thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.